Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Etheria restart video, and I have some good news for you. The devs are finally waking up, or at least they're succumbing to the pressure, whatever you want to interpret that as. So there have been some recent changes, I guess you could say, to the game that have not been popular. A lot of things where the changes themselves aren't necessarily that bad, but just the lack of communication with players and the feeling that like we don't know what's going to happen, the uncertainty, the feeling of like our investments aren't safe, the devs are going to do things without us knowing, all of that has been really bad. So I woke up this morning to them having made an announcement last night, and there are some good things here. So we can see on their Twitter, it says, "First, we extend our sincerest apologies to all players who love and support us for the discussion and concerns sparked by recent in-game adjustments." Sure. Then they say, "Over the past few days, we have received substantial feedback." Yeah, you could say that. "Regarding the recent balance changes, we deeply understand these adjustments did not fully consider your gaming experience and expectations." I don't know. I'm not even going to read the rest of that part because I feel like it's just obvious. Like they should know. It's not like this is the first ever mobile game or the first game to have this type of issue. Like they should definitely know that this is going to be a problem. Anyway, we solemnly pledge to take the following measures. 1. Balance adjustments. To provide more stable and predictable gaming experience, we have decided that major balance adjustments, including characters, equipment, and core gameplay, will be strictly scheduled during the fixed window between the end of an RTA season and the start of a new one. This means that during the ongoing season, we will avoid large-scale balance changes that impact core gameplay, except for emergency fixes for critical bugs. This will allow everyone to engage in competitive play, progression, and planning in a stable environment." Okay, this is good. I mean, this should have been how it was from the very beginning. It's crazy to think that the game has only been out for like a week and a half, and this is already a problem. I've talked about this previously. It's just completely silly. They have used up all of their goodwill with the community, and thankfully they are taking action like relatively quickly. It's just really disappointing to see that this even happened in the first place. So, I mean, good. We don't want there to be like random changes that happen in the middle of a competitive season. That said, we don't really want random changes to units even outside of the competitive RTA season, because there's a lot of people that are going to be playing just for PvE too. And if you've invested in a character, you don't want to think that it will change. Now, yes, bugs do happen, or there are, issues where maybe something is way more OP than they expected or whatever. So tweaks do happen. This is not unusual, but this honestly makes me a little nervous that there's going to be frequent changes. The fact that they're not just like, okay, we're sorry, we're going to try and limit anything that happens in the future. They're just saying like, all right, we're only going to do it on this fixed schedule, which I don't personally really like. I mean, this is better than what happened, but this is not how I would like to see things happen ideally. Okay, number 2, Blessings Galore event operation. We have been closely monitoring your enthusiasm for Blessings Galore event and appreciate the valuable suggestions provided during the testing phase. We carefully listened to your feedback, and we have decided to launch an exclusive Blessings Galore event. So this is the 2x event that happened in the beta, and then we weren't sure if or when it would ever happen in the live game. It says the exclusive Blessings Galore event is set to start on June 21. So you can finally feel comfortable using your refreshes, the actual items, not just the gems, for the June 21 event. This is where you can farm double drops of EXP or shells or modules. This is a really, really good event. This is absolutely worth saving your energy for. You can get a lot of experience to level up characters, a lot of equipment. You can, re-roll those things to optimize your shells. This is really, really powerful. Dump all your stamina, take the day off from school or work or whatever to make sure you can farm. This is going to be very, very good. You can even get things where like it'll drop extra like crystals in the game, so hydro crystals or like other like star increasing materials. This is going to be super, super valuable. So exciting to see that we're actually going to get this in the game, and hopefully all of you guys didn't blow all of your stamina. I advise my own union to keep saving. Use a few if you need to, but hold on to it until then. So anyway, then it says, in addition to expressing our apologies, we have prepared the following rewards for all hyperlinkers. And then they give us a code, DRP621X2, and it says rewards, we get 1 mental stabilizer for energy refresh, and then we get 2 or 10 anima prototypes, so that's 1 multi-pull, and then Etheria coins 200,000. and it expires at the end of July 16. So make sure you use that within the next month, I guess. That's cool. I mean, free stuff is always cool, but like, that's not really like addressing the issue, because like with the change to like Zada, for instance, where a lot of people were using her to like steal the buff on the Doki Doki pull, on the Doki Doki fight, and then if you built the Jada, then a 10 pull is not going to do anything for you. That's just not it. However, they made a second post 2 hours later. Dear hyperlinkers, the scheduled maintenance is, oh, whoops, is that the wrong one? That is the wrong one. Sorry, let me scroll up. I scrolled the wrong way. Okay, so they made another post 2 hours later. It says, Dear hyperlinkers, after carefully considering player feedback, we acknowledge that the primary request is for reset options for the affected animus. Wow, mind-blowing. The main issue that we had with units being changed is that we invested in units and we can't get that investment back. So, okay, shocking. We are preparing a revamp to the Animus reconfiguration event Monday, June 16th. So the updated Animus reconfiguration event includes 3 resets. The first is free, while the next 2 require a certain number of Hydro Crystals. So if you want to reset your Jada, if you want to reset your Dark Sonya, or any other random character that you built up that you think, just isn't worth it anymore, feel free to do some experimenting now, because you're going to be able to get some resets. Again, the first one is free. The next 2 are going to cost you some Hydro Crystals to actually do it. But this is the best fix they could do. Again, I appreciate the extra rewards and getting a little clarity on at least a schedule for balance adjustments, but being able to reset your characters when there are balance adjustments is definitely the most important thing. Now, I personally would like the game to be as stable as possible, and for them to just not change characters outside of, some extreme circumstances where maybe there really is a bug, or they really, made some oversight in their testing and something is way more powerful than they experience. That does happen occasionally, but I would like there to just not be very many changes at all. The less changes, the better. So hopefully that doesn't happen too often. And if there are changes, I hope they continue to allow resets. That is very important, because if you're spending a lot of time in something or a lot of money in something, and then that's just like, the rug is pulled out from under you, what is the point, right? So a step in the right direction, XD, okay? I like to see this, but we need to make sure that we have a stable and trusted environment going forward, okay? All right, let me know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, the big highlight here is that we're getting our 2x event. That is going to be a massive boon to all players. Make sure you save your stamina refreshes and enjoy that extra 10 pull, I guess. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and how you feel about this. Is this the right way to go? Is there something more you wish they would do? And make sure you subscribe to the channel. That'll help me out, and it'll get you more Etheria Restart news and reviews. And I also stream every week on YouTube and Twitch. All right, I'll catch you guys on stream.